The Kailah Lee Show is all about helping badass bridal and beauty bosses from startup to seven figures. It's an inspiring podcast where you can expect potent and powerful conversations with myself, with global industry leaders, and with badass bridal and beauty bosses who themselves went from 30K years to multi-six figures and beyond. This podcast is all about having those hard to have business conversations to show you that you are not alone in these challenges that you're coming across, to show you that there is so much more growth on the other side of these challenges, to show you that on the other side of these lessons is actually a six-figure year. On the other side of these lessons is a multi-six-figure year, or seven figures and beyond. These conversations are designed to inspire you, to create wild momentum and growth in your business. I'll be sharing with you the challenges that I've had to overcome. I'll be vulnerable and sharing what it actually took for me to create the growth that I have in my business today. I'll be sharing with you the lessons that I've had to overcome in every stage of business. And I'll be sharing with you the strategies that have led me to be on track for hitting seven figures in business this year. Hello, my beautiful community. I am genuinely so honored to be here in this community, in my community, in our community that we are building. And I never realized just how grateful I am for each and every one of you until my most recent trip to the US. I did not truly understand the power of community until my trip to the US. I did not truly understand the value and the impact that I am bringing to each and every one of you in my community until my trip to the US. It actually shocked me that there has been an element of me undervaluing the impact that I have with my own community. It shocked me that somehow I had myself completely derailed from my original purpose in launching my business mentoring. My trip to the US made me realize how much impact that I am having in our industry. My trip to the US actually made me realize how much impact I am having in our community, in our extended communities. My trip to the US made me realize just how precious my energy is, just how magnetic being in the room with me is, just how transformational having a conversation with me is. And there was an element where I did not truly see my own value until this trip to the US, which is really surprising and incredibly shocking given what I teach within my programs, within my mastermind, within my private client mentorship. I was genuinely shocked of the impact that I had at Beyond the Ponytail. So shocked. I was shocked that there were women that were coming up to me that I had never met before who recognized me for my voice, who recognized me for my accent, who recognized me for my hat, who recognized me for my passion, for my inspiring conversations, for my motivation, for the fact that I am relentless at helping every single one of you reach your goal. I have been speechless for the past 2 weeks because I have not been able to truly articulate this experience that I had in the US. For being recognized for who I am, for what I do, for what I believe in for each and every one of you in our industry. When I launched my bridal business mentoring, when I launched my beauty business mentoring, when I launched my mastermind, when I launched my private mentorship, I was so connected to the women who were in my world achieving what they desired. The energy that I had in the belief of the women that were in my world, we were unstoppable. I was unstoppable. And because I was so connected to each and every one of you that are in my community, to each and every one of you that are on my social media, to each and every one of you that attend my masterclasses, to each and every one of you that attend my challenges, to each and every one of you that are inside my mastermind, to each and every one of you that are in private mentor client of mine. Because I was so connected to each and every one of you achieving what you desire, it made it so easy for me to show up in my power. Because when I'm connected to my vision and my vision is you succeeding, it makes it so easy for me to show up and give everything to you. I never wanted anybody to come into my world and feel like the only way they could experience success or the only way they could tap into my magnetism and my activation and who I am at my core, who could tap into my beliefs in who I am for business and how I show up in business and how I create illogical growth and results in business. I didn't want the only way to access and tap into that power to be only available to the women who are only now ready to invest. In my world, I wanted it to be accessible for you to experience some level of activation, a level of strategy that will get you results. Now, of course, the amplified results are working with me intimately. The amplified results are working with me inside of expansion. The amplified results are inside my 6-figure empire program. But I never wanted my podcast or my content on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok. I never wanted my masterclasses to just be a sales strategy. Never. I wanted you to invest your time and lean fully into the free business education that I am offering you inside of my podcast, inside of this community, inside of the bridal business community, inside of any piece of content that I'm sharing on my Instagram or my social media. But I'm going to be very real with you. Something happened in my personal business life that derailed everything for me. In March this year, I lost all of my magic. I lost all of my belief in myself, and therefore I lost the belief in my community. And to some degree, the belief of what is possible. And there was a very long, what felt like a very long period of time where I was just consistently showing up and feeling like it was not worth it. Like, what is the point in me showing up and sharing this incredible, valuable strategy or results or embodiment that is going to get you results? It never felt like it was received. It never felt like it was worth it because it felt like nobody was seeing me. It felt like it wasn't landing for anyone. And that is incredibly vulnerable of me to share with you right now. Because it truly felt like I was investing my heart and my soul and my precious time into offering our industry and our community free, high value business strategy, and nobody was willing to lean into it. Nobody was ready to lean into getting the results that they know that they're capable of. I don't care about money. You might see me talking about money. Money is a metric that we can value to measure our success. Money is a metric that we can value when we want to identify how much impact that we are making in the world. Are we in alignment with our vision and our purpose? Money is the metric that can determine that. It's not the reason why I show up for this conversation. It's not the reason why I show up and deliver masterclasses. It's not the reason why I have this podcast. It's not the reason why I show up and deliver outstanding information and value on my social media. There is an insane level of free, high value business strategy that you have access to in my world. But for some reason, when I was going through this experience in March, I started to feel like, was this all worth it? Like, what is the point of this? I'm investing my heart and soul and my precious time into supporting women in our industry because I deeply believe that everything is available for you and everything is possible. Yet this experience in March derailed me. And then I started to question, is it actually worth it? Should I not just focus on my own business and my own empire instead of focusing on helping other women achieve theirs? Especially when it felt like everything that I was doing was being received either in the wrong way as a marketing strategy from the trolls that I received recently, or that the only thing that I'm focused on is revenue. Now, I know that that's not what everybody believes because it's impossible for you to believe that when I am not that. But what I've come to realize from this trip to the US is just how much incredible impact that I am having that I wasn't even aware of. And so this experience in March really derailed me and my purpose and my vision and the reason why I show the fuck up for each and every one of you. But the trip to the US made me realize just how incredible each and every one of you are in my community, just how incredibly lit up and the level of impact that I have in our community, in the Beyond the Ponytail community, in my own like omnipresence that I'm building for our industry. My trip to the US really solidified for me the value that I offer for each and every one of you, and just how magnetic my power is, and just how transformational a conversation with me is, and just how inspiring an episode or training with me is. I, up until now in this trip to the US, did not even value the level of value that I have in our industry. And it actually took for one incredible, gorgeous soul to recognize me in the elevator at the Beyond the Ponytail and squeal. And she's like, I recognize that voice. I recognize that voice and that accent anywhere. I'd recognize you anywhere. And I was like, what? It's not even about the validation. It's the fact that I lost my purpose. I lost my heart and soul when I had this experience in March, which meant that I actually lost the reason why it's important to me to show up in this training, to show up for my podcast, to show up and offer free, high value business strategy to each and every one of you, is because in that elevator, to see how much I'd impacted her was truly remarkable. And to see one of the beautiful souls in this community, Ika, come running up to me squealing, I don't think there's ever going to be a moment in time that will ever top that. Squealing, saying, are you Kailah? Are you Kailah Lee? Oh my God, it's you, it's you. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? And it took me a hot minute to process what the fuck was going on. And then it started to happen more and more as the event went on. Women in the event from Beyond the Ponytail were coming up to me because they recognized me for my hat, for my voice, for my inspiring conversations, for my podcast, for my masterclasses, from this community, from how many times I say the word fuck on my Instagram stories. Women came to me, they recognized me across the room in an event where there were over 300 people, in an event where there were about 8 other educators. I got asked if I was going to be an educator on stage that weekend. Side note, yes, I will be in the future, but no, not this event. But what I found remarkable out of this entire experience was that although I lost for a hot minute my heart and soul and my intention and my purpose for each and every one of you and for our industry, I actually realized that no matter how I felt throughout that awful experience in my life, the impact that I am having on our industry and the impact that I didn't even realize was happening far outweighs the experience that I had that crumbled it. And so this conversation really was to share so much more of my heart with you, to share so much more of my vision and my purpose and my soul with you. It's the reason why I create free high value business strategy that you have access to. Is because although you might not be ready to invest in a program with me, a challenge with me, a mastermind with me, private mentorship with me, I still want you to have access to what is possible for you. I don't ever want you to feel like the only way to get into my world and the only way to tap into my power and magnetism and activation is through payment, because money has never meant anything to me. Ask my husband. Money in my world is a metric of the lives that you are changing. Whether that is a mentor client, whether that is a bride, whether that is a team member, whether that is a student for a masterclass, I desire to make an insane level of impact for the women in our world. I desire that you reach your ultimate goal in this lifetime and that ripples out beyond into your family, into your friends, into your your kids, that ripples out beyond their kids. One of my greatest gifts to the world is helping you to unlock what is available to you. Helping you to break through the limitations of just being a hobby or just earning enough or thinking that, oh, it's all right for her because of XYZ. I am so passionate about this industry, about you in my community reaching your goals. I am so passionate about empowering our industry to create and bring to life their dreams. Not just for you, not just for the revenue, but because you and your family and what this means for your clients. How does this ripple out beyond you? How does creating an incredible luxury client experience, what does that mean for your clients? Fuck the revenue. What does that mean for your clients? What does it mean to create an incredible luxury experience for your clients? Revenue is the byproduct of that. What does it mean to build a team and to create opportunities for your team where they would never have had access to that? What does that mean for your team? Fuck the revenue. What does it mean for your team? Revenue becomes the byproduct of that. Scalable revenue becomes the byproduct of that. What does it mean to support your students in your programs and your education and your workshops and your masterclasses? What does it mean for you to be able to inspire them and to teach them your tricks of your trade? What does that mean? What does it mean when they experience the transformation that you are offering in your programs? Fuck the revenue. The revenue has got nothing to do with that. What does it mean when you are serving your clients with your programs and education or your products or your services? The revenue becomes a byproduct of that. If you want to experience more revenue in your business, stop focusing on the revenue and start focusing on the transformations, on the client experience, on the results. Start focusing on how you can serve your clients and the revenue will come. Start focusing and get ultra clear on what is the vision that you have. What are you wanting to create? What is your empire? What is your legacy? Why the fuck are you here, even in this community? Why do you want more? You know that you can have more or you wouldn't be here. You know that you can create more or you wouldn't be here. You know that it's possible or you would not be here. So, what is it that you are wanting to create? What is that actual vision and that legacy and that empire that you are building right now? And fucking stop with the excuses. And I say this with so much love. Stop with the excuses and start tapping into what is available to you. So stop focusing on the revenue. The revenue will come. Start focusing on how you are showing up and serving your clients. Start focusing on the client experience. Start focusing on offering the most outstanding transformations and results for your clients. And then watch how magnetic you become. Watch how magnetic your brand becomes. Watch how many more clients say yes to you. Watch how many more students say yes to you. Watch how many more of your events sell out. When you remain connected to your vision, your purpose, your empire, your legacy that you are fucking here to build, and you stop focusing on the revenue and you start focusing on what you are here to build. When you move from that energy, when you move from that fucking heartfelt, lit up, explosive energy, watch how you collapse time and create a logical result. When you start to show up and take aligned action towards that vision with absolute clarity, no matter if there's doubts, no matter if there's fears, no matter if it's not possible, no matter if you're trying to keep yourself safe, no matter if XYZ, fill in the blanks, we've all got them. When you start to show up and take aligned action towards your vision, watch how fast you create a logical result. My hope is that each and every one of you create everything that you desire. And my hope is that it doesn't take you another year or another 2 years or another 3 years, or that you get to 10 years from now and you're still in the same place. My hope is that even if you are not ready to invest in my world or anybody else's world for that matter, that you in my world have access to free high value business strategy. My desire is that you do create and bring to life your empire and your legacy, and it ripples out beyond lifetimes. This has been my greatest breakthrough from my events in the US. And I hope that through me sharing with you my vulnerability and what my breakthroughs have been, I really truly do hope that this conversation has shifted something for you. And I give you the permission to take action and the permission to dream bigger and the permission to break through the fear and doubt that is currently holding you back. I'm in the business of making ceilings become your new floor. Consistently evolving, growing, consistently taking life and business to the next level, consistently breaking through your upper limits so that you become limitless. What a vibe. All right, gorgeous. Tomorrow, I'm going to be inside the community and I'm going to be sharing a strategy hack around pricing, because this has been one of the biggest challenges in our industry, is creating a profitable pricing strategy with absolute confidence so that you are welcoming in more clients who will say yes, and you are equally building a profitable business where you consistently pay yourself a fucking wage. I'll see you then, beautiful. If you are ready, if this conversation sparked something within you, if there is something inside of your heart that is pulling you, and it's more than likely your vision, and you know that you are here to create more, do more, and be more, and have more, then I want to invite you to book in for a complimentary business audit. This is where you have the opportunity to spend 30 minutes with me and we identify with absolute clarity what you are wanting to achieve, where you are now, and how you can collapse time and get that result ASAP. This is not a sales call. This is not a any strings attached call. This is quite literally a conversation for you and me to connect and to help you gain clarity on what your best next step is so that you can bring your vision to life. The link to book in your business audit, your complimentary business audit, is below in the show notes, beautiful. I'm looking forward to connecting with you. Thank you for joining me today, gorgeous. If you're loving this episode, it would mean the absolute world to me if you could take a screenshot, share, and tag me in all of your socials. I love seeing this podcast reach as many ears because I want to help so many women access more time, more revenue, more growth in their business without sacrifice. This is my absolute goal for this podcast. So don't forget to hit subscribe or follow and leave an epic 5-star review, because for every review, you will receive free access to my Ignite Master Course, which was worth $2,991. So Ignite was a 3-hour business growth conversation to help you overcome your challenges, accelerate your business, and implement strategies that will help you to access more revenue, more time, and more growth, and help you to create the lifestyle and business of your dreams in the next 12 months. For every review, I will send you through access for Ignite Master Course. This is insanely epic. So once you've left your review, send me a DM with the word Ignite and I'll send you through your discount code so you can access Ignite for free, gorgeous. Thank you so much for joining me, and I shall see you in the next episode.